In a world that's constantly telling us what it means to be a man, it's easy to get lost in the noise, to forget what truly matters, to forget what it means to be a man of character, of courage, of heart. There comes a time in every man's life when he realizes something has to change. Maybe it's the weight of responsibility suddenly feeling heavier, or maybe it's the quiet realization that the boy you were can no longer face the challenges ahead. Life doesn't hand you a guidebook for becoming a man. It tests you, it breaks you, and it shapes you. But I believe that deep down, every boy, every young man has a spark within him. A spark that yearns to be fanned into a flame. A spark that longs to be ignited into a fire that burns brightly, guiding him on his journey to becoming the man he was meant to be. So, what is it that turns a boy into a man? Is it the passing of time, the accumulation of experiences, or something more profound? Today, we're going to embark on a journey to explore the essential qualities, habits, and mindset shifts that separate the boys from the men. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what it takes to become a man of character. Get ready to discover the things that turn a boy into a man and to ignite the spark within you that will guide you on your own journey to becoming the man you were meant to be. Let's start. As we explore this journey, it's essential to recognize that becoming a man is not just about age or physical strength. It's about developing a sense of purpose, direction, and responsibility. And that's exactly where we're going to start. As a man, you're born with a weight on your shoulders. The weight of expectation. The weight of performance. The world demands that you perform, produce results, and succeed. And if you don't, if you falter, if you fail, you're nothing. You're worthless. You're a disappointment. A woman's value is often tied to her beauty, her charm, her grace. But for a man, there is no inherent value. You must create your own worth, your own value, through your actions, your achievements, your sacrifices. This is the brutal truth. This is the harsh reality that men face every day. So, how do we respond to this reality? How do we create our own value and worth? It starts with taking responsibility. This is one of the most important steps in the journey from boyhood to manhood. It's about accepting accountability for your actions, your choices, and yes, even the consequences that come with them. Being willing to own up to your mistakes. A man's character is not determined by the mistakes he makes, but by how he learns from them and grows. The moment you decide to own your life, every failure, every misstep, and every success, you begin to grow. You start to realize that you have the power to shape your life, to make choices that align with your values and goals. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you'll always get it right. It means acknowledging your mistakes, learning from them, and doing better next time. It's about realizing that no one is coming to fix your life for you, and that the results you get are directly tied to the choices you make. This mindset shift requires courage, humility, and a willingness to learn. When you take responsibility for your life, you become more reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. You take control, and life stops feeling like it's happening to you. Instead, it's shaped by you. This is where real growth begins. There comes a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him, and that's when he becomes a man. But for some, that moment never arrives, and they remain boys forever. So ask yourself, what's one area in your life where you can take responsibility today? Is it your relationships, your career, or your health? Whatever it is, take ownership of it. Take responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your consequences. It's the first step towards becoming the man you were meant to be. Let's talk about something that's not easy, but it's really important for any man who wants to grow, who wants to become the best version of himself. It's about controlling your emotions. Society teaches us from a young age, man up, don't cry, be strong. But what does that strength cost? You see, as men, we're often taught to suppress our emotions, to toughen up and not show vulnerability. But I want you to know that this approach is not only unhealthy, but it's also a sign of weakness, not strength. True strength lies in acknowledging and accepting your emotions, rather than trying to hide or deny them. When you control your emotions, you're not just better equipped to handle life's challenges, you're also more resilient, more compassionate, and more empathetic. Think about it for a moment. When was the last time you lost your temper or reacted impulsively to a situation? How did that work out for you? I'm guessing it didn't end well. That's because when you let your emotions control you, you're not thinking clearly, you're not making rational decisions, and you're not considering the consequences of your actions. But when you control your emotions, you're in the driver's seat. You're making conscious decisions, you're thinking clearly, and you're considering the impact of your actions on yourself and those around you. So, how can you start controlling your emotions today? It's simpler than you think. First, you need to become more aware of your emotions. Take time to reflect on how you're feeling and why. Identify your emotional triggers and develop strategies to manage them. Second, practice emotional regulation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or physical exercise. These techniques can help calm your mind and body and reduce stress and anxiety. Third, cultivate empathy and understanding. Put yourself in others' shoes and try to see things from their perspective. This will help you become more compassionate, more tolerant, and more understanding. By controlling your emotions, you'll become a more balanced, more resilient, and more compassionate man. You'll be better equipped to handle life's challenges and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. So, I want to ask you, what's one area in your life where you feel like you're struggling to control your emotions? Is it in your relationships, your career, or your personal life? Whatever it is, I want you to know that you have the power to change it. You have the power to take control of your emotions and start living the life you deserve. All right, now let's get into something that separates dreamers from doers: taking action. Here's the truth. You can have all the plans, ideas, and ambitions in the world, but without action, they mean nothing. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I'm waiting for the right time"? Let me be real with you. There is no perfect time. The difference between boys and men is simple. Men act. I want to ask you, what's the one thing you can do today to start taking control of your life? Is it making a phone call, sending an email, or having a tough conversation? Whatever it is, take that first step. Think about it. Every successful person you admire got there because they took action, even when they didn't feel like it, even when they were scared, and even when they doubted themselves. That's the secret. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start. So here's my challenge for you. Stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Take one small step towards something you've been putting off. And when you do, you'll notice something incredible. Action builds confidence. Action builds discipline. Action builds men. Because at the end of the day, your life is shaped by what you do, not what you plan or dream. Don't just talk about it. Be about it. Take action. So there you have it, the journey from boyhood to manhood. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Remember, becoming a man is a journey, not a destination. It's not just about age or appearances. It's about mindset, responsibility, and character. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you want more content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I've got plenty more videos in the works. And if this video resonated with you, show some love by hitting that like button. Until next time, take care.